possible.
Okay, so yes, the tornado is a long ways away from Spearman. That's just a point of reference. The tornado is actually out of Hansford County, but it's moving east. And again, along with the tornado threat, hail up to the size of Hennex falling, which is about the size of a walnut. And again, walnut-sized hail hits the ground upwards of about 40 to 45 miles per hour. So more than likely, the hail sizes will get larger. With this thunderstorm, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we start hearing about tennis balls coming down. But again, right now, walnut-sized hail, that's 2-inch diameter hailstones coming out of this cell, and a very impressive representation on Doppler radar where you see the green mixing with the red mixing with the green. This is where there's a tornado on the ground. It is enshrouded in rain. This is a high precipitation supercell, and this means that basically you cannot see the tornado until it's almost right in front of you, and that is a concern as it moves to the east. So if you're traveling along Highway 70, you're in a tornado-warned area. You're in a very dangerous area. And again, this tornado is moving to the east. It will be crossing Highway 70 momentarily, so you need to be avoiding that area. And again, if you live in the Wolf Creek Park area, if you have a camper there, RV there, you need to be ready to go to your place of safety. In fact, it ought to be going right now before this tornado threat actually approaches. Let's go back to the Severe Storm Studio. Jay, is there anything new that they're showing as far as that Roberts County storm? See if they have any new video coming in. I know they're kind of out of position a while ago as they're watching the storm move to the east. Okay, all right, there he is. Let's see, this is Jacob, I believe, and it looks like he is driving. I can't tell, is that Highway 281 or is he on 70? Do you know, Jay? Does it say? Corey, okay. All right, this gentleman's name is Corey. He's west of Jacob. And again, you can just see that there's a lot of rain. It's basically enshrouding the vortex, the tornado. Hard to see it at all. You see a little semblance of the rain-free base right there. But again, there's just so much rain coming down that I imagine he's looking back at the tornado in that area right there. So I imagine he's probably traveling east along Highway 280 or 281, if you will, in southern Ochiltree County, looking back toward the tornado in northern Roberts County. Having a hard time seeing it, though, because it's enshrouded in rain. That is the concern. The good news is it's out over open country, but the bad news is it's moving across Highway 70 momentarily and eventually will be making its way over toward the Wolf Creek Park area and possibly into northwestern Hemphill County. So something we definitely want to keep an eye on. All right, let's go back over to the radar presentation. So this right now is the most impressive storm, and you hear us talk about a debris ball. A debris ball is basically the tornado lofting things into the air that the radar signatures are picking up on. And so that is a concern that maybe we actually have a tornado on the ground and maybe it is doing some damage at this time. It's hard to tell because this is such a rural area. But again, it's well to the southeast of Spearman. That was used as a reference point, 17 miles southeast of Spearman. It's actually in northern Roberts County, maybe just skirting the county line and about to go across Highway 70 right here. And again, if you are in this area, you need to be in your place of safety. Again, when a tornado is on the ground, it's like a vacuum cleaner. It's pulling everything up into it. So typically, the highest point of the structure is what goes first. That's the roof. Once the roof is pulled off the structure, the outside walls collapse, and because they were leaning against the roof is no longer there. That's why we say go to the center of the structure, put as many walls around you as possible, cover yourselves with pillows, blankets, towels, heavy winter coats, pull a mattress over you if you have time, and hunker down and wait till that threat is passed. This storm is moving to the east at about 20 to 25 miles per hour. It won't be around very long, but while it's close to you, it definitely can do damage. It can hurt people, or unfortunately, could actually cause fatalities. Yes, sir.
Was just on the phone with Storm Chaser Jason Boggs. He is on Highway 70, okay, where it cuts off with 283.
Okay.
And he is looking to his northwest.
Okay.
Which would be right in the area of rotation there that we're seeing. He is seeing a funnel which is about halfway to the ground. Okay. From Jason's perspective, he cannot confirm an actual touchdown at this point, but he is seeing definitely the funnel activity halfway to the ground.
Okay, thank you very much, Dan Morgan. So coming in from Jason Boggs, Jason is located south of the storm on Highway 70 and Highway 283, looking back to the north and west toward the center of rotation and seeing a funnel cloud. Jason cannot confirm that the funnel cloud is all the way to the ground. I would hazard a guess and say that it probably is, just because of the representation that we've been seeing, a very tight rotation couplet on Doppler radar. But again, from Jason's point of view, because he's quite a distance away, There may be a hill in the way. There may be a valley in the way that he can't see if the tornado is on the ground. Also coming in from our severe storm studio, you can see their presentation right there, watching that area of the thunderstorm again, and possibly seeing a tornado on the ground from what they are seeing from their point of view. Dan?
National Weather Service, Mike Gettinger out there indicating that they also are seeing that this further development of the funnel going on in that area as well.
Okay, so very good. So again, according to Dan Morgan from Mike Gettinger, the severe weather coordinator meteorologist out of the Weather Service, they're also seeing the same, that there is a funnel cloud, possible tornado on the ground. Notice how close it is getting to Highway 70 as we speak. And Dan, continue on with the description real quick.
Yeah, again, basically, we are looking, this is the same storm that Jason Boggs was looking at. Jason was on Highway 70 at the intersection of 283, and he was looking back to the northwest, and he was seeing a funnel cloud, which he believed was going halfway to the ground. I'm going to actually pick up Jason and relay the information. Jason, we are live on the air at the moment, so if you'll relay your report to me, I'll pass it along.
And while he's talking to Dan, this is the area of concern right here where you see the green mixing with the red mixing with the green. This is the area where the tornado is on the ground. So you see Highway 70 right here. It is a very well-traveled highway. So again, if you're listening to our voices, you need to stop, turn around, go in the opposite direction. Tornado is about to cross the highway as we speak. And from the presentation coming in from the Severe Weather Studios, they are in Ochiltree County, looking back south toward Roberts County, right along the state line, in the area where they think a tornado is presently located. Dan.
Good, keep me updated.
And Dan right now is talking to Jason Boggs, located on Highway 70 south of the tornado-producing storm. Dan?
And John, he continues to see, this is Jason Boggs again, our storm chaser, up in that area. He continues to see funnel clouds. They lower, then lift back up to the clouds, then another one will form. The last one he felt was about 3/4 of the way to the ground, 3/4 of the way. So again, it would not be surprised if it is reaching all the way to the ground, but from his location, he cannot confirm the actual touchdown at this point.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much, Dan. So again, according to Jason, he's located on Highway 70. He is looking up to the northwest toward the storm, and from his vantage point, he is seeing numerous funnel clouds making their way toward the ground, but he cannot confirm if they have actually touched the surface. So again, that is a huge concern, and quite often with the high precipitation supercell rotates, we will have problems with rain that's enshrouding the tornadoes. So if you aren't close to the tornado, you can't see the tornado that well, and that is a concern. But Jason is getting closer to it. We also have Brian Leeper, by the way, that is in the vicinity, so we'll be checking with him momentarily. But again, just to let you know, a tornado warning is now underway until 6:30. This is an old dialogue box. This tornado warning is for Ochiltree County and for northern Roberts County, and it runs until 6:30. And we have Dan Morgan looking at the latest information from the Weather Service. Dan, go ahead.
Yeah, John, we're going to bounce to the southern storm now. This will be the tornado warning for west central Hall and east central Briscoe counties. This warning does continue until 6 o'clock as of 5:48 p.m. We continue to have a confirmed tornado. This is located 7 miles to the northeast of the Caprock Canyon State Park. And as you were talking about earlier, it is nearly stationary, and that is what the spotters are reporting as well.
Okay, thank you very much, Dan. So again, tornado warning continues for Briscoe and Hall counties. So we've jumped to the south from where the other tornado warning is. This one is for Briscoe and Hall County, and basically it's for eastern Briscoe County and for western Hall County. It does not include Memphis. Memphis located right up here along 287. And again, this is for the area that is located adjacent to the Caprock Canyon State Park area. This is where we have a tornado on the ground at this time. Doppler velocity showing a nice presentation of the green and the blue and the red mixing together. So it would be right there at the fork of Highway 256 and Highway 207. So if you are listening to us on your iPhone or on your mobile device, you want to avoid this area because there is the confirmation of a tornado on the ground. It is being enshrouded with rain. Also the possibility of hail up to the size of hen eggs, if not larger than that, being tossed around the supercell thunderstorm. And as Dan was just saying, this thunderstorm is stationary. It's not moving at all. And so I can imagine there's probably some nuisance flooding or ponding of water along Highway 256. Avoid those areas for flooding, and then also avoid the area just because of the fact that there is the possibility of a tornado at this time. Tornado warning continues for Briscoe and Hall counties until 6 o'clock, 5:53, so 7 more minutes for this warning, and more than likely this will be extended as long as they feel like they have a tornado on the ground. Dan?
And we are going to go ahead and jump back to our northern storm. Apologies, these reports are coming in and kind of ping-ponging on us, but we want to go back to the northern storm. This is for the Perryton Fire Department. They have also confirmed funnel cloud activity, the same report that we were getting from Jason Boggs. They are putting it on County Road 10, south of Highway 281.
Okay, County Road 10, south of Highway 281. Landry, could you update my dialog box for me, please, on this tornado warning? Landry, can you update my dialog box, please? Take that one off and put the new one on for me, please. Thank you. Okay, so according to Dan and according to the fire department from Perryton, they're looking back to the south. And there you go. Thank you, Landry. Appreciate that. Okay, yeah, if you'll put that new one on. And you can see the storm moving across Highway 70 right now. It is located on both sides of the county line. So this is the tornado warning for Ochiltree and Roberts County until 6:30. And again, confirmation from our folks from the fire department up in Perryton. They're spotting the storm south of them and also indicating the tornado. And again, as it moves to the east. For our friends along Highway 83 over toward Wolf Creek Park. And again, for our friends along Highway 70 moving down toward Roberts County, please avoid this area like a plague. Okay, let's go over to the storm footage coming in from, let's see, this is coming in from Severe Storm Studios. Can we go full screen on that real quick, Jay, and let's show everybody what we have. Okay, this is from Jason Boggs. I apologize. Okay, from Jason Boggs, tornado forming near Robertson and the Ochiltree County line. And Jason's located south of there on Highway 70, looking back to the north. You can actually see the funnel cloud. And again, like Jason was saying momentarily, it was about 3/4 of the way to the ground. He could not confirm if it was touching the ground or not. But again, this is the concern that we have. This is the tornado warned storm that we have underway that is skirting the county line of southern Ochiltree County and northern Roberts County and moving to the east. And again, coming in from our storm chaser, Jason Boggs, and he is near the Roberts-Ochiltree County line right there, looking at that tornado. Dan, do you have any additional information?
Nothing new at this point, John.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's go back to the Doppler radar presentation full screen. Okay, so this is the reflectivity. So this shows us the hail. And again, hail sizes with this thunderstorm could be up to about golf ball size, maybe even larger. So we definitely want to stay away from that. It's crossing the Highway 70 corridor right now, and so you want to avoid that area. And the next in line would be this area right here in southeast Ochiltree County where we have the Wolf Creek Park, which is an RV park, which is a park for vacationers. And you definitely want to be out of this area right now as the supercell approaches that area. Let's go over to the Severe Storms studio full screen. Okay, there we are. And I believe this guy is in Ochiltree County looking south toward the Roberts County line. This is Corey, I believe, and seeing possible tornado development right there. Looks like we have had a little bit more visibility come into play. And so he is looking toward that area, toward a possible tornado. He's scanning around now. He's looking to the east. And again, he's probably on Highway 281 going east, and then he's going to be scanning back toward the tornado more than likely. And again, they are watching this cell, the one that we have on the inset, and he's going back. There is the wall cloud. Possible funnel cloud forming right there, hard to tell. Looks like it may be more in the way of scuddiness as opposed to an actual funnel cloud forming at this time. Again, a scud cloud doesn't rotate, but it's basically a cloud that forms in the outdraft of a thunderstorm, in the downdraft. And if this funnel cloud or this scud cloud does start to rotate, then we have a good indication of a funnel cloud forming. Doesn't look like it is rotating. If it is, it's very, very slow rotation right now. And this would be in an area that we'd definitely be concerned about a tornado trying to form, but we'll watch it for you. So this is Corey Inman with Severe Storm Studios, and he is located on Highway 281, and he's located in southern Ochiltree County, looking back into northern Roberts County, not far away from possible funnel cloud development. This is a wall cloud, possibly a funnel cloud forming out of this thunderstorm, out of this wall cloud. He's in position to see it if it happens, and it looks like he may be in the process of seeing a tornado form at this time. It doesn't look like a really fast spinning wall cloud, but very much a sharp wall cloud. We call this a mesocyclone, indicating rotation in this portion of the supercell, and you get the laminar flow and you get the very straight edges up and down. And from this would be where we might see a tornado trying to form. And indeed, there may be something right there trying to form out of the bottom of that wall cloud. Something we'll definitely keep an eye on, but very good representation of what's known as a mesocyclone. Meso means relatively small. Cyclone means rotating counterclockwise, and that's an indication that we have a very laminar flow around this portion of the cloud where the tornado forms. By the way, 99.9% of all tornadoes rotate counterclockwise or cyclonically. Old-timers used to call them cyclones because of that rotation. But again, that is the mesocyclone portion of the storm, and that's the wall cloud area where a tornado may be trying to form at this time. And we're watching it for you. So what he is seeing there is what you're seeing on the inset from our Doppler radar. Let's go back over to the Doppler radar full screen. Dan, do you have any more information for us?
We do not have any new updates. Again, the last thing was from Perryton Fire Department that we've talked about. That's the video you've been looking at in the area of 281 and County Road 10.
Okay. All right. So again, 281 goes right across the southern part of Ochiltree County, east and west. And so that's where the Severe Storm Studio guy is. He still has a wall cloud, not sure he has a funnel cloud. Jay, if you see something different from me, let me know and we'll go full screen with it. But it's this area right here that he's looking at, about to go across Highway 70. Again, a very dangerous situation. Avoid this area like the plague if you can. Again, this thunderstorm is rain-wrapped. The tornado is rain-wrapped. Until you get into the position to see it, you're not going to see it. And remember, a tornado can knock a vehicle off the road very quickly. It doesn't matter if it's a semi-truck or if it's a sedan or if it's a pickup. You're fair game to be blown off of a highway from a tornado, and for sure if it's coming across perpendicular to you. So we definitely want to be away from this area on Highway 70. It looks like tornadoes on the ground right now as far as this presentation from the Doppler velocity. Again, where you see the green mixing with the red mixing with the green indicates the possibility of a tornado on the ground. I know that we have Jason Boggs south of the tornado looking back to the north. We have Brian Leeper getting into position to see it. So we have our storm chasers in place. Let's go back to the severe storms presentation and see what they have full screen. Okay, you see the very distinct area right there. Then you see more of a ragged area to the left side, which I imagine would be to the east of it. This is Corey Inman with Severe Studios. And again, it looks like it's not rotating that fast. Looks a little bit disorganized at this point. And we just have to watch it to see if it puts down another tornado. But again, this is an area of Roberts County where there's not much of a population. That is the great news. The bad news is it's going across Highway 70 right now. And even though we are not seeing a tornado on the ground, does not mean that there might be a vortex on the ground, but we're just not seeing the condensation funnel that's associated with it. Dan?
Officially, the Weather Service is now going to continue the tornado warning until 6:30 p.m. This covers northeastern Roberts and southeastern sections of Ochiltree counties. As of 5:59, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. Important words there because we are not talking about an observation. The general location, 13 miles southwest of Wolf Creek Park, 22 miles south of Perryton. Movement continues to the east at 25 miles per hour. Okay, to the east at 25. And so that is the important part of what Dan was saying. It's a thunderstorm capable of producing. And we're looking at the rain-free base area right here. And it looks fairly disorganized right now. It wouldn't take much for a funnel cloud to spin up because it's in the center of rotation. And of course, where we have the stronger rotation, make it easier for a tornado to form. But we're not seeing that at this point in time. But again, the tornado warning is continuing until 6:30. And again, the storm is moving to the east. Jay, let's go back over to the full presentation of Doppler radar and show you what it looks like on velocity. So again, you see the couplet right there moving across Highway 70. And as Dan said, it is a tornado that is, or a thunderstorm that is capable of producing a tornado. And it is radar indicated at this time. No eyes are on it, seeing it on the ground at this time. We have Jason south of it looking back to the north. I know he's on the phone with Dan right now, so we'll get some more information for you in a moment. But again, the tornado portion of the thunderstorm
is moving across the Highway 70 corridor as we speak. Wolf Creek Park is in this area. Again, if you are in the Wolf Creek Park area, it's a resort for RVs and campers. You need to be in your place of safety, folks. You need to be someplace to get away from the threat. Dan?
Jason has made his way to the north side of the Canadian River there on Highway 70.
Okay, right here.
He is continuing to look off to the north on that storm, and he is seeing the broad area, the wall cloud. He is not seeing much in the way of rotation at this point, and no funnel at this point.
Okay, very good. That's some good news right now. Jason has eyes on the wall cloud portion. He's located right there's the Canadian River Valley. You can see it. So he's on the north side of it. He's almost to the thunderstorm itself. And from his point of view, which he has a very good point of view, he is not seeing any tornadoes. He is showing, or he is indicating that there's some very ragged, slow rotation to it, but not impressive at this time, but continues to watch it as it moves across Highway 70. Let's go back to the Severe Storm Studio, their full presentation, Jay, and they're seeing the same thing. So you see a ragged cloud base right here. Again, scary, no doubt. But notice how nothing is rotating right now. You just see basically hanging clouds, and then you see maybe a more sharpened end of a wall cloud right here. But again, you're not seeing anything on the ground, and that's what Jason is confirming from his point of view from the south looking to the north. These guys are north looking to the south. And again, not seeing any tornadic activity at this time. But in saying that, this thunderstorm is still tornado warned. Radar indicated possible tornado could form at any one point. And again, now he's zooming in on an area where it's basically rain-wrapped, possibly an area of a wall cloud or whatnot. Dan, do you have any information?
While you're looking at that northern storm, let me point out that the Weather Service out of Lubbock has allowed the southern tornado warning. That was for Briscoe and Hull. That has been allowed to expire as scheduled at 6 o'clock.
Okay, very, very good. Okay, if you'll come back to me full screen for a moment with the radar behind me, let's kind of fill you in on what we have going on. Let me just cycle through this very quickly. We have a tornado watch underway until 11 o'clock this evening for the county shaded in orange. Amarillo is not included. This is to the east of us. But again, if you live in Perryton, south toward Pampa, or south toward, say, Kittiquay, Turkey, in that area, watch out for thunderstorms that are capable of producing tornadoes. At the present time, no tornadic activity occurring. Now, we still continue with a tornado warning for our friends in southern Ochiltree County and northern Roberts County. Let me update this dialog box. This runs until 6:30 this evening, so we're talking about for the next 25 minutes for this tornado warning right here. Radar indicated. We have Jason Boggs on 70 looking north at it. We have Severe Storm Studios looking south at it. Right now, both are indicating just broad rotation, nothing indicative of a tornado on the ground. But if you live on Highway 70, close to Highway 70, or if you're in the Wolf Creek Park area, please be in your place of safety at this time. Going over to the Doppler velocity presentation, you see some broad rotation right there. As the thunderstorm and the tornado portion of the thunderstorm, at least the rotating portion of the storm, moves across Highway 70. On the inset, you see the Severe Studios presentation of that wall cloud right there, the same one I'm pointing to on Highway 70. It is a little bit sharper as far as that wall cloud. Very crisp looking wall cloud, but not showing any signs of tornadic activity at this time. We'll keep an eye on it for you. So now as we go south, we have a thunderstorm that is located to the east of Clarendon, no longer severe, starting to lose its strength. Earlier today at about 3:30, we had a tornado on the ground on the west side of Clarendon. We have exclusive footage of the tornado from our tower camera, and we will be showing that to you online and also on the newscast tonight. And as we go forward to, or further to the south, we have this thunderstorm that is located in northern parts of Donley County, northern parts of Hall County, non-severe. Tornado warning was allowed to expire. And as we continue farther south, the tornado warning on this storm has been allowed to expire as of 6 p.m. Again, we're watching it for you, but at the present time, Andy Justice, we are not seeing any additional development. We're going to keep an eye on it for you. We will let KCIT, Fox 14, go back to the regular programming. The news at 6 starts right now.